All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 154-pound division where Terence Crawford has lost his ever-loving mind, and Errol Spence Jr. shows a lot of character. Now, you can say what you want to say. I know you Terence Crawford fans are not going to like it, but Terence Crawford said something in the lead into the Israel-Madrimov fight that is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling, and verifies what gives evidence towards what a lot of people think Terence Crawford thinks. And what he thinks is bananas. Errol Spence Jr. also shows a lot of character. Let's talk about that in this video.
How do you compare this to the Errol Spence fight? I mean, again, that was like a generational big fight, one we've been waiting for 5 or 6 years. How do you compare it? Because both big fights, but both quite different.
To be honest, this feels bigger than the Errol Spence fight. You know, if you look around, it's different. You know, Errol Spence fight was big for the urban community, because it's been something that's been talked about for 5 years. Me and Errol. But when you look around, you see so many different races and cultures that it's bigger in its own right.
All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 154-pound division where Terence Crawford is going to be fighting Israel Madrimov this weekend. And he was asked a question by Ali Aladepo ahead of this fight. And Terence Crawford's answer is so full of shit that you have to wonder how in the world he got it out of his mouth. And not only did the thing that he say was it surprising he could get out of his mouth, the ramifications of what he said and how it reflects on it, his mindset is off-putting, to say the least. Now, before I get into those details, and Errol Spence as well, who showed a lot of character, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It means a lot. There's a reason why fighters like Adrian Brawner get 15, 20 chances. There's a reason why Adrian Brawner, I know I'm jumping to Adrian Brawner, get 15, 20 get all kind of different chances to keep fighting, and his name keeps popping up and people still want to see him fight, all the way from years after he originally lost. And that's because people like Adrian Brawner. There's a mystery around Terence Crawford, and why Terence Crawford does not have much more fan support from his own community, even though he's the best fighter in the world, and he's definitely an exciting fighter. He has everything you need in the ring. It is in large part because of what's going on outside the ring. And Errol Spence Jr., I'm telling you, is going to sell out fights forever. For as long as he wants to fight, this dude is going to sell out. He's going to sell out. He's going to sell out the arena. He's going to do well as long as he fights. It doesn't matter that he lost to Errol Spence. Why? Because he's a likable guy, and because he does things that make people say, dude, I can really, really respect that. So let me talk about Terence, and then I'm going to talk about Errol, because, man, Ali Aladepo asks Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford, do you think this fight, how do you compare this fight, how big this fight is, with the Israel Madrimov fight, with the fight with Errol Spence? Terence Crawford says, I think this is a bigger fight. This fight feels bigger. Now, right there, I was like, oh, man, come on. You You ain't even selling no tickets. What are you talking about? You got a $23 million gate. You think you're going to get a $23 million gate in LA? You did a $20 million gate with Errol Spence Jr. in Las Vegas. You're telling me that fight standing around there, that feels bigger? And what did he say? Why did he say it feels bigger? Because his fight with Errol was for the urban community. The urban community. He said there was a lot of momentum in the urban community for the fight with me and Errol, but this is so much bigger. Because it's people from all over the world. We're global. Man, if you do not stop that fight with Israel Madrimov will not do 1/5 the revenue that Errol to Terence Crawford did with Errol Spence. Not 1/5. No chance. That pay-per-view will probably not bust 150,000 pay-per-views. And that's with an absolutely stacked card stacked full of names. It won't bust 150,000. That gate, they already had to cut the prices for the fight, for the seats in that stadium. They've already cut them in half. But it's just mind-boggling that you would think that the fight would be bigger because it was not predominantly black people there. You can have a fight that is really big in the black community and you still can do 700,000 pay-per-views. Do you realize that is 200,000 more pay-per-views than what Canelo Alvarez did against God, who was the last guy that Canelo Alvarez fought? That Canelo did against either Munguia, more than he did with John Ryder, more than he did with anybody other than his gates were bigger. The gates for that were bigger than than all of the Canelo Alvarez fights, with the exception of the Gennady Golovkin 1 and 2 and Floyd. It's one of the top 10 biggest gates in Vegas history. That's more than urban. But the tone of it was like, this is bigger. Anyway, you get my point. Why? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? And this is on top of something that he had said years ago when people said, hey, man, Terence, why don't you talk to more black outlets? Why don't you focus more on talking to black, in your people in your own community and reaching out to people in your own community? And he said, and that I'm talking about nationally, not Omaha, because clearly he does that in Omaha. He said, why would I waste my time? Why would I waste my time focusing on people that are going to support me anyway? Man, it's just a bad look. And dude, I'm telling you, there's a lot of black people that just want to keep their money in their pocket when it comes to Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford saying that and not showing true appreciation for the people that really support him and are the bedrock of the success that he has. But transpose that to Errol Spence, man, and why we really appreciate what Errol did yesterday. Errol put up a tweet or put up something on his Instagram, and literally 2 days, I think it was the anniversary, the day after the anniversary that he got beat really badly last year by Terence Crawford. And what does he do? He puts up the footage of him getting beat up by Terence Crawford on his Instagram page and says, hey, man, I take the good with the bad every time. I take the good with the bad every time. Yeah, I got my ass whooped. Ain't no problem. It is what it is. Happens to the best of us because I'm the best of us. And he kept it pushing, man. You can like that. Who wouldn't like that? That attitude, man. You can laugh off an ass whooping like that and still feel like you're no less than you were before that, right? Never really he said some things contributed to his condition when he fought Terence Crawford, but he took his L like a man. And then he actually acknowledged the anniversary and said, hey, man, I take the good with the bad every time. Meanwhile, you got Terence Crawford out here in La La Land acting as if he's in a bigger fight with Israel Madrimov than he was with Errol Spence, and saying that the reason is because it was just those black folk that were supporting me with Errol. I've got somebody from Saudi Arabia here now. Man, Terence got dogs. Oh, man. Anyway, that's my take on that. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Man, that is crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. But that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And also go subscribe to my personal YouTube channel, MH Blackwell. Would greatly be appreciated. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.